Felon Crusader here. Welcome to part 9. Part 9 still on with the tin work and the mud guards and the seat and several bits and pieces, and we've cleansed some of the stuff up. So as you can see, I've got the Holman compressor in the background, and this is also about grip blasting, cleaning some of the parts up and so on. So yeah, sit back and enjoy, and try to put a tractor in each one this time so we can sort of, well, I won't say spice it up, but to make it a little bit more interesting, because just doing tin work on its own, you know, it gets a bit boring, I suppose, without somebody's trying to do it and you know, take note of what I do, and hopefully give them, you know, a bit of information, insight to what, you know, how things can be done on the cheap and still make a good result. So yeah, so there's still a few bits to come, so sit back and enjoy, and I'll catch you on the next one. So here we are then, we're just cutting the hole out in the mill. Right, so we've got it cut out. As you can see, I made the tool up to do the job. I thought it'd just be handy, you know, so I've got it for other jobs as well. And I've only got it clamped down on a piece of wood so I didn't strike the bench. But so yeah, I started the video off, and then I decided I need both hands on the job, so I'd switch it off and until such time I got it cut out. And because I can't, well, I ain't got room to put a tripod up in here in the machine shop because I'm just too cramped up. But anyway, it's done. Right then, so I've just salvaged the two brackets there, the 2-bolt ones, which we found out that actually belong to the water washer, and that's fair enough, because these wings was for the water washer, but it's the first time I'd ever noticed the 2 bolts when they're mostly 1 bolt, or 1 nut if you like, hook and nut, and this is just like a horseshoe, just 2 nuts. Anyway, they're off. You can see why we couldn't use them mud guards. But anyway, yeah, you have to drill, grind the heads off and drill them and countersink them, and even heat and cool them down, and we finally get them out. But anyway, that's 2 brackets saved for the water washer mud guards. I've got a good set of mud guards for the water washer, wide wing, and but it's a later mud guard, and it's got hook and bolt. So at least now I can change the brackets and make that job come right. But that's a job for another day. So the other thing on the other side of this one, I need one stay. You know, we said we got that one there. It's got the gout in it. Well, it is thin, and I could repair it, but where's my torch gone? It's here. I've got a good stay on that side. Looks quite tidy, that one does. The other one's completely gone, look. It's buggered. You'd be a good man to repair that one. So I've got to salvage that one, that replaced my bad one. And because the other mud guard, which is outside, got the same problem, look, it's rotted out all on the end, and that one's rotted out all up there, so they ain't worth saving. But at least I've got the one to repair the mudguard we're doing now, and my other mudguard narrow wing for this tractor is has got 2 good stays on it, so we've just about won with some second-hand bits being saved to make you know, 1 pair of wings, which is where I wanted to be. I've got the hole in that one, look, that's sort of all ready pretty much to start bolting together and then riveting up, apart from that bend where that line is. I've got to bend that, but other than that, yeah, it's just pretty much ready to go. So yeah, we'll crack on. Right then, so that's retrieved the other stay bar. That's the original one, and this is the one off the mudguards I've just been stripping the parts. And this is good thickness. Yeah, got a bit of rust, but grip blast will sort that out. But it is solid, however you want to look at it. It's pretty solid. Good enough for the job in hand anyway. So yeah, so there's 2. And there's the bad one. But, be a big patch in there to sort that one out. But it'll start right from the radius there, and I bet it'll go right back to about here and round over the top. Because it's as thin as anything. But anyway, we shan't have to worry about with that. I shan't chuck it away though, because you never know, on a rainy day you might need it. So we've got the 2 stays for these wings, this wing we're doing now, so that's a good step forward. I think the thing now is to bend that lip up on the end of that one, and then that's as far as I can get until I get some of these bracket work all cleaned up. It's all ready to go, we've just got to get it cleaned up. Oh yeah, and I retrieved the yeah, I already showed you that one, you retrieved that the other side bracket, yeah. So yeah, so I'm happy now, I've got enough bits to start building. I just got to, I mean, absolutely pissing down rain today. When you look out here, look, it's just bloody wet through everywhere. I mean, it's running off the yard. You hear that going down the drain? Yeah, bloody hell. It's pissing it down. So yeah, so there's only like the arrowhead, as I call it, left on that mudguard that's any good. The rest of it, it's all scrapped, because that one ain't no good. I think, yeah, we've got to retrieve this angle iron bracket out of this corner. And then after that, that's scrap. Right, catch you on the next one. Right, so we've got a couple of more bits off the mudguard, and a couple of bits we've got to pick off the end there, look, old rivets and stuff. And that one is bent. I mean, the rest of it's good. But there you are, look. But it's got a good end to it, look. Still got a bit of a plate to pick off there, look. But it'll save me repairing one. I mean, they're on the mudguard, might as well use them. And same as this bit, I've got the angle iron, and it's a little bit fragile in the end, but it is all complete. So the whole centres and the like. Anywhere where it's a bit thin, when I get it cleaned up, I'll just spot it up with the weld and thicken it up and flatten it off, and you know, just make it come good. Got a bit of straightening out on this one, no different to what I did with the other one, but we can retrieve them. So yeah, it's a few more bits. Right, so I just took all the old bits and pieces off the angle iron, and just straightened them out and give them a good squaring up. So I've got one on top of the other, look. If you see them both there, look, one angle iron on top of the other. And I put that taper punch in there, look, and you can see then the other two holes look line up. Got an additional hole in just there, and the same as that one, look, it's got an additional hole where somebody's put a strengthening piece around the outside of the mudguard, but pretty much that one lines up. That one's slightly out from the other iron, but I suppose it depends just how they drilled the tin work and did, but and that one's just slightly off. But the three this end, look, and these are the bits that count really. It's the three at each end that dictates where your floors end up and everything. If they're both the same, both sides have got to be the same. These holes are only just for the tin work, just to stop the tin work from flapping. So the datum points really is the three holes. If I can just move it so you can see. There, look. So it's the datum point is 3 holes each end, which give me distance, so the right hand floor and the left hand floor are going to end up the same. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you that bit, and then we'll set about this one next, straightening it out. It's all just big hammer treatment, nothing special about this. Put it in the vise and big adjustable spanner on it, give it a twist and thresh it with a big hammer until it all comes to where you want it, and that'll be pretty good. Alright, so I filled a few craters in with weld. They're quite deep craters in this end. It sort of looks a bit of a mess there now, but I mean I've just built it up so by as I can do another bit in there really. So you know, I'll just flatten it off with a grinder, and it'll just make it good. I mean, it's got pits on it, but I mean all the steel work's going to have pits on it, so get it all painted up, it'll be okay for what it is. You know, it's a working tractor at the end of the day. So yeah, I'll grind it up and then I'll come back. Okay, so I'll just set it up in the vise. I've got a thick piece of aluminium plate. I'll just sit it flat on the aluminium plate, and you can just it holds the metal, stop it from blowing through. So I can just build back and fill that to edge right up, and you know, it won't fall in the heap on the floor because you've got it too hot. And it's a good method. You may have to turn it over and a few little voids in on the other side just to spot up, but it'll get that bit back, and for what bit of welding and stuff I'm doing, save a whole complete job of trying to buy a new, you know, roll a new piece of angle iron. And at the end of the day, it's not a concourse tractor, so you know, as long as we get it somewhere near the mark and a good solid bit of metal, that'll do. Okay, so you can see what's happened there. Look, I've just filled the crater up with a bit of weld and just kept spotting out right to the edge. Come more than what the edge is, so you can just grind back and get the square edge back onto the angle line. And it saved it, and may just want a little bit more around the edge of that back weld, but I'll get that ground up and then I'll bring you back. Okay, so that's got it ground off, got the edge ground up, so it's just a reasonable flat finish, and put a bit of strength back into what was a bit on the thin side, but so yeah, so we'll level them bits out which are sort of blown through from the other side because it's getting plenty hot enough, and I do believe on the underside of the bit I've just ground we'll just want sorting out as well, but you can see where I'm coming from there. Like, it's the thing is with a bit of aluminium, see, the metal won't stick to the aluminium, so therefore you can just keep building up and spotting up, and it just, the molten metal just sits on the aluminium, and if I turn it over, well, then you'll actually see what it's done. There, look. So it was just sitting flat on, and seeing there is some voids in this side. There you are, look, crater in there, look. There's some small craters there, and then obviously that bit was missing, and that's the bit that was sitting on the aluminium. So that'll grind up and be a sound job. Got a nice edge back to the angle line, and so you can sort of see what I'm doing. You can see the aluminium ain't took no harm, but that red hot metal was just sitting on it and created that. So it's just a nice little thing when you're trying to do something, or if you're trying to weld 2 bits of thin metal. Put it on a sheet of aluminium and just spot it, and then it won't blow right through, and does a good job. So there you are, that's the underside of that one done. Look, filled all the craters in, thickened it up, and pretty much made a good piece of steel out of it. So we'll call that one done. And that's the other side ground up. As level as it comes, to be fair. So yeah, we'll get that clean up, and then that's another piece of the jigsaw. So that'll be 2 stays and 2 of these. There's 2 stays to come off the other mudguard when I get it apart. So we've got that bit, and we've got the pressed tin bracket, which is that bit, and the 2 angle lines, which are on the top of the fire, drying off. So yeah, we're getting some parts, and that's what it looks like when it's done. It's filled in and ground off. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, and flattened off. It's filled the crater in. There's 1 or 2 more smaller craters, but we'll get that blasted, and they'll be alright. Fill them up with paint. It's still a strong bit of metal at the end of the day, and if it was left unattended, well then you could expect it to fall in half. But no, it'll do well. I'll turn it over. You can see that's what it's done. We've been on the aluminium, just kept it flat. I'll just grind that up, and it'll be all smooth, and made it what was potentially a scrap bit, could a useful bit. But this original piece back on the tractor, that's where I want to be. Right, so I've just fetched another set of mudguards up. These are the ones for my water washer, but because they're a bit later, in as much they got the cutaway bulkhead plates. That one gives me the full shape, but she is a bit rough there. But that one is a good one. I better salvage that one, no bother at all. And that's the hardest one, because it's got the slots and bits in it, and this one's got no, it's just a plain plate, so it'd be easy enough to make. And it's got two bends in it as well. You can probably just see the ripples in it, look. And this is the footboard stay, look. Side stay, whatever you like to call it. But now you get the paint on it, see it, it looks okay where it's been welded. Anyway, you might be wondering, well, why the hell's they paint it silver? Well, what this is, it's Pro Weld paint, and it's the stuff that you can weld through. So when I put anything, tin back to tin, I always put some of Pro Weld on it. So should you need spot weld through it, you can do, and it gives it good protection. I should paint it red oxide and that as well, but it seems to give a good foundation for me, and it works well. I'm doing it on the Q cab for my 9.6, which is hiding under the sheet. And I paint all the panels, repair panels that you buy for them, and paint them along the back. Then at least it's got some protection and not just plain steel inside your pillars. But anyway, so yeah, I'll just show you the mud guards while I'm here. I'll just fetch them down with a teleporter, and they are terrific mud guards. They've got some lovely tops to them, and but again, the foot plates and the bits are well past their sell-by date. But they've got some smashing tops, and that one's got a good side in it, and the other one hasn't. The other one has had a patch put on it. And can I show you how or where? Without stopping and turning it all over. But the plate on the side of the mudguard, which I can't oh, there. Okay. There's a plate on the side of the mudguard. It's got two thicknesses of metal in. It should only be one, so somebody's overlaid a plate on it. So it'll have to come off, and we'll have to do put a side plate in it. And also one of these back plates, yeah, that back plate there has been cut off. Look, cut off. It's been welded. Should go right through. Now I'm looking at the wrong end. Let me pull the mud out of the way. There, look. It's got a weld under there and a bolt in the end of it. It should run right through to the end. So, anyway, period modifications, call it what you will. The same as my floor plates on this one, look, they're completely knackered, so I will have to probably buy a set of floor plates for this one. Like I say, the wings are for the water washer. I bought them particularly because the wings were good. The rest of it, well, I salvaged some bits, but the rest of it's poor. Anyway, that'll do for this one. Right, I've just been doing a bit of grip blasting. You can hear it shifting a bit. It's a nice day, but it is making moisture, but it'll do the job. Anyway, that's my old diesel major, and but it's got a super major engine in it, and obviously it was an industrial, but never done anything with it. It's just as I bought it, with the Holman compressor. Did a few repairs, got the gauges sorted out and so forth, but yeah, handy bit of kit. So only bag and a half machine. I bought this machine brand new many years ago now, and it served me well and still going well. Now I've been in here and done a few bits, and my foot plates, look, and my stays. I've done both sides, and the stay bars there, look, both sides. Now I'm going to go in the workshop and take the steel bars off the bottom, and so I can grip blast underneath there. And I've still got my seats to do and bits, but I just want to segregate them, then I can come back in and I'll set the camera up so you can see. I mean, you'll not see anything in here while I'm blasting because it's just all be bloody dust. But I'll put it up outside just so you can hear the tractor and that going and doing. So for now, I'm just going to say, like I say, take them bars off and get ready for the next batch while the sun's still shining. Because there's a cloud up there, the sun's just gone behind the cloud, but it's a lovely bright day. Should have gone spraying really, but there you go. Blasting a bit more important to me at the minute. So yeah, I'll catch you a bit later. Right, so that's the first one. With the bracket stripped off, and as you can see, just as well we have done really, because it was quite rough under there. So that's the first one done, second one next. Right, so I recycle my sand, and I've just been picking it up off the floor, and chuck it through into there. So what I do, I have the fire guard on there like that. I'll just do a little one here, just so you can see. I'll just chuck that on there and just keep putting it through and putting it through. I mean, that's fairly full here, but probably see better on top of that concrete. You see all the bits in there. I'll just tap them out on the concrete, just hang on. Here's all the bits, look, I just tapped out on it. And if you were to tip them back through the machine, obviously that would get stuck in the rubber valve at the bottom. And once some bits get in there, then it's a dismantle to, or open the valve right up to shut it up, a lot of messing about. So just by just grading it through, just a household fire guard. And it does the job of a treat. Anything that goes through there will go through the grip blaster. So I can use the stuff. This stuff I'm putting through now, I've probably been through 5 times, and that's still, it was glass. It's all crushed glass, and for me it's fairly clean, not like the black stuff you use. I'm filled up with sand, I'm ready to go, so I've just got to start the tractor up. So it's a bit noisy, it's certainly going to be a bit dusty, so we'll have another go. Coleman compressor based on a diesel major. It's got a super major engine in it. It's early diesel major because it's got the foot plates up and over the back axle. But good machine, does a good job. These are the results of all the bits. They're all down here, stay bars and brackets and bulkhead plates, foot plates, all done, cleaned up, good job done. Right, I've got to switch the tractor off and I'll call this job done.